Macbeth, Act 4, The Google War. Scene 1, Google Headquarters. In Human Resources at Google Headquarters, 3 counselors are eating lunch together. Mr. Macbeth barges in and demands answers. The 3 counselors show Macbeth a slideshow of 3 apparitions. The first slide is a picture of a company hat with a note saying, "Beware of Macduff." The second slide is a picture of a worker with a note saying, "No one born of a woman can hurt you." The third slide is a Nike symbol saying, "Be strong and have courage." This gives Mr. Macbeth confidence. Next, the counselors show Mr. Macbeth a 4th slide of Banquo's descendants as CEOs. This shakes Mr. Macbeth's confidence. In Mr. Macbeth's office, Lennox informs Mr. Macbeth of Mr. Macduff's leaving. Knowing he cannot touch Mr. Macduff, he decides to cut off his family from all company benefits.
What are you having for lunch?
Frog legs with a side of coleslaw.
Oh, that's my favorite meal. What's the password again? Oh, yes. Trouble bubble. Oh. I see I've received an email from the president of the board of directors, Miss Hecate. Trouble bubble. Let's see, it says we've been doing a marvelous job with Mr. Macbeth. We shall be rewarded soon.
I demand answers. Tell me if my company is going to be taken away from me.
Would you like to hear it from us or the board of directors?
I want to see what the board of directors has to say.
Fine.
I knew he was out to get my company. Google will never be under the control of Mr. Macduff. What is next? Thank goodness. This gives me much reassurance. Is this all, or is there more? Oh, I will assure you, I will be brave. Mr. Macduff will not touch my company.
Well, I believe there is one more, but I'm not sure you want to see it.
I want to see it. Oh, this is not good. Banquo's descendants will become CEO, which means they will take my position. I wonder what Mr. Macduff is planning. Lennox, come here. Yes, Mr. Macbeth? What's the location on Macduff?
You didn't hear?
Mm-mm.
Macduff took a 1 month worth of vacation.
What? I didn't approve of this. He will suffer. I will cut off his family, his insurance, their home, and their kids will not have an education. If I can't get to Macduff, his family will suffer. Scene 2, Mr. Macduff's house. Ross visits Mrs. Macduff to inform her of her husband's leaving and Mr. Macbeth cutting her off of the company benefits. He tells her that she should stay with a relative and find a job. Once he leaves, Mrs. Macduff tells her son John that Mr. Macduff is divorcing her, but John does not believe her. Next, a man from the bank comes to take their money and house.
Hello, Ross. I wasn't expecting you. Come in.
Hi, Kathy.
Would you like me to take your jacket?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'll be right there. You can go sit down.
All right, thank you.
Here, let me move these flowers so we can see them. I have some bad news. What? What is it?
Macduff left because Macbeth is a terrible CEO at Google. And so Macbeth went to go work with Malcolm so that they can revolt against Macbeth.
Well, what do I have to do?
Well, Macbeth has decided to cut you off because he can't reach Macduff. So he's going to take the house, John's education, and all of your money. You need to leave as soon as possible.
Okay, we'll leave as soon as we can. Thank you for the warning.
Find a relative and get a job.
Okay, I will. Thank you for the warning.
You're welcome. Now I must leave.
Okay. Let me get your jacket. Here you go.
Thanks, Kathy. Be safe.
I will. Goodbye, Ross. John, your father is divorcing me. We have to leave right now.
But Mom, I just heard Ross say he left. He's not divorcing you.
Yes, he is. He left us.
Does he want us to move with him? Why didn't he tell us he was leaving? Mom, this is stupid. There are more terrible people in the world than good, so why is he doing this?
Stop talking back to me and go to your room and start packing now.
Good afternoon. I'm from the bank. May I come in?
I don't have a choice, do I? Come, have a seat.
Scene 3. Yahoo Headquarters. Mr. Macduff wants Malcolm to join him in the revolt against Google. Malcolm tests Mr. Macduff of his loyalty by saying he cannot be CEO because of his flaws. He says he is overwhelmed with lust and would do the company harm with his greed. Mr. Macduff says he will disappoint his family if he is not CEO, and this convinces Malcolm of his loyalty. Mr. Macduff assures Malcolm he can speak with Edward, CEO of Yahoo, about his issues with being CEO. Ross comes in and avoids telling Mr. Macduff of his family issues at first, but then tells him later. Mr. Macduff blames himself for his family's misfortune. Mr. Macduff fills Ross in on their plans of taking over Google and restoring Malcolm as CEO.
Hey, man. We gotta talk.
Yeah, we do. Have you left Google completely yet?
Well, of course. Don't you trust me?
Well, don't get me wrong, you're a nice guy, but there's no telling what you do under pressure. Good people do bad things.
Well, trust me. I've left Google completely. My only regret is not telling Kathy and John. If I could do it all over, I would tell them. I would tell them completely. But we owe it to Yahoo. We need to make a plan and execute fast. We owe it to my son, to my wife, and all of Google users.
Trust me, I want Google under the right guy just as much as you do, but I just don't think I'm the right guy for the job.
Why would you say that?
I have more problems than you think. Look at me. I'm a handsome man. The ladies, they can't keep their hands off me. And I have to say, my self-control is next to none. My divorce last year doesn't help either. I'm still getting over her. I need the ladies. And don't get me started on the money. Google brings in so much money. And who do you think that goes to? Yeah, I don't know if I can do this. I tend to spend my money on gambling and other reckless things. I wouldn't be good for the job.
All right, well, greed is the real issue here. You can sleep around all you want. I don't care. It does not affect the company. But I'll get you a financial advisor. We can handle this gambling thing. We owe it to Google. We cannot disappoint them. We came here and they're offering us their help. We cannot disappoint them.
I just don't think I can do it.
Would your father want this? You can't disappoint your father.
You're right. I have to prove to him that I'm worthy to be the CEO. I've been working with Yahoo's board all week, and we've come up with a plan. There's 100 hackers ready to go when we say so. I take back what I said before. I was testing you to see if you were really believing in me.
Well, I do believe in you. And if you really see those things as an issue, you can talk to Edward, the CEO of Yahoo. I'm sure he goes through the exact same thing, and he can give you insight into your issues, and he can help you, and you guys can work through it together. You're going to be a great CEO. We just have to get you on top.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, so yeah, I think we should have them a little bit over here, and then don't worry, that'll be fine.
Okay.
That'll be fine.
I think it'll work.
Okay, I like that. And then we have that over here.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Ross.
Hey,
How's the family?
they're doing just fine. I spoke to Kathy before I left, and yeah, she's as lively as ever.
Oh, that's great. That's good.
Yeah.
We're just planning our revolt on Macbeth.
Oh, that's good.
I'll fill you in later.
Yeah. Thanks. Macduff,
Yes,
You-
Ross.
your family actually isn't doing so great. Macbeth cut them off. I went to warn Kathy about it, but as I was walking out, the man from the bank came to take the house and all your money.
This is all my fault. I should have never left.
Well, the best way to get back at Macbeth is taking the company from him and giving it to its rightful owner, Malcolm.